What did you want to be when you were a kid? I thought I was going to be a corporate manager and change the world until I worked a few years, not as a manager, but burned out after 12-hour days sitting behind a desk, getting no sunshine, no exercise, eating gross, processed food or whatever they had in the cafeteria at work. And it was causing infertility issues with me for up to a year until I quit that job. I then had 4 children within 5 years, and down the road developed such fatigue that I wasn't able to function very well. I want to share this with you because I'm not that same person, and a lot of the people that I talk to want me to tell a little bit about my story. I think it's more common than we know, but I was very fatigued to the point where I couldn't stay awake for more than 6 hours at a time during the day. I would sleep in a chair. I fell asleep at a Twins game at the Metrodome in Minneapolis and was on the giant mega screen sleeping with the alarms going off. I would fall asleep at a bowling alley even. So I was extremely exhausted and heart palpitations. I went to the doctor and he referred me to the cardiologist. So they put me on the treadmill and said, run as hard as you can and we're going to see what happens to your heart. And she was standing there with this giant needle about the size of the ones that I use with my horses. And I said, what you going to do with that? And she said, well, it's just in case your heart stops. So I did pass, luckily, and the next test was a heart bubble test, and I didn't quite understand what that was, but they wheeled me in a room, and they swished 2 syringes together and injected it into my artery to see if I had a hole in my heart, and I could hear these bubbles in my ears. It was the strangest thing. Luckily, there was no hole, so I was okay there, but they couldn't figure out why I had the heart palpitations and why I was so tired all the time, so they dismissed me. They said, well, maybe you need to see a psychologist. I was just stunned because I knew it wasn't in my head. The symptoms were real. I wasn't depressed. I was just flat out wiped out. So I didn't know where to turn or what to do because there was nowhere else to go. And luckily I had a friend whose mother had been doing what I'm doing now, which is hair analysis. What she did is she ran my hair sample through and found that my sodium and potassium was low, and I had a hard time regulating my heart. And the reason the doctors didn't catch that is because your blood will regulate like a checking account from your cells, which is your savings. And my savings was almost tapped out. So thank God I didn't have a heart attack or a stroke, and I'm here with a lot of energy, and I feel wonderful compared to 10, 15 years ago. It's just amazing. So there is hope. And it's a permanent fix because we start at the cell. We don't just bandage the symptoms, and that's why I maintain my health and I haven't slid backwards. But just a little something about myself I wanted to share. And if you have any questions, pop them below and let me know, or shoot me a little private message and I can answer individual questions. But I'd love it if you just say hi and let me know you saw the video. Anyhow, thanks for your time, and I hope to catch up with you again. Bye-bye.